Brand new season of Invincible. I am quite glad that they did not flop, because usually a lot of series, when they end up in this part of stage of the whole storyline, that's where they start to f up. That's when they start to mess up the characters, the storyline. They start to get a little bit less interesting, a little bit lazy, and yeah, I just think Invincible this new season, it did not up the bar. If you came in expecting something fresh, something new, that's not what you're going to get. But you're also not going to be disappointed, because I don't know, man, because it doesn't really feel like a new season. It feels like the previous season, just with 8 more episodes. I don't know if that makes sense. You feel me? Nothing has really changed. Yeah, it's still that good show that you know, which it keeps punching and always getting your attention, because there's never a dull moment in this show. You feel me? Because there's always something happening. There's always something happening every single episode. There's something happening. It also doesn't feel like a new season, which might be a problem, because maybe they're not being creative enough. But I don't think that's really much of a problem. But yeah, man, if you came to this show looking for something extra, looking for something new, that's not what you're going to find. But you also won't be disappointed from a fan standpoint. I would say the funny thing and interesting part of the show, which I liked, was the time Invincible was fighting with that how did they pronounce it, Viltrumite, maybe, yeah, with that Viltrumite. And the last episode, I think the Viltrumite thought he was going to win. He had Invincible on the floor, and then I don't know, he did something. I have seen some YouTube videos doing this, comically, just making a mockery out of the show and whatever, in a good way, just humor, jokes, nothing too crazy. Because these guys, man, you need to understand, like, they basically killed their whole species. Man, they so afraid of being weak. If they sense a little bit of weakness in you, they will kill you. That's literally how Viltrumites move. And so it is understandable that they don't open up to anybody. But in that final moment where he was about to take out Invincible, he opened up. And I was very uncomfortable about it. I don't know, man. It came unexpected. I was uncomfortable about that moment, but it was one of that real moment.
Some days I feel so alone I could cry, but I don't. I never do. Because what would be the point? Not a single person in the entire universe would care. Take it to your grave.
It's comical, I'm laughing about it, I'm also uncomfortable, but I'm also intrigued, and I'm like, jeez, dog, like, you're going to live for more than a century. You're going to live for centuries, because these guys, like, they live for long, you feel me? And they've killed lots of people, so I know they feel lonely. And I'm like, how are you convinced that what you're doing is right? Even if you're convinced that it's right, at least, I know, dog, like, somebody has to evolve in life, you feel me? I can't imagine somebody living for that long to just go through the entire years being lonely and then dying lonely. And it's dumb, it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. How did Invincible win? I think the message was love conquers all, because that girl she was with, I forgot her name, the flying thing that can change matter, and yeah, she got killed, and then she saved herself by rearranging her matter and I don't, that happened.
That's the only reason I can't change sentient matter. But when something really traumatic happens, it overrides those blocks, and I can use my powers without any limitations. Almost dying was stressful enough to allow me to rebuild my entire body.
Yeah, and she was like super mad, and she did a whole thing, man, like a whole thing. That whole thing, for me, a whole thing that it happened. It fried the Viltrumite's skin and what, I don't know what it did, but it looked like it fried, and then yeah, that happened. and then Invincible just, he went crazy with his head and just bullied him until he died, and that happened. I don't know. Am I waiting for the new season? Maybe. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not really crazy about it. It was cool, man. It was cool. Before I leave, I would like to add on that watching the show, I didn't really feel much of the anime that people were talking about, because people were complaining about the animation not being done well, being rushed, and maybe that is the case. Me personally, I did not feel it. If it was there, I did not feel it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I like the show too much to not even notice anything. Maybe I'm not too much of an expert in all of those animation tricks that if there's a mistake I'm going to instantly catch it. I don't know, but I watched the show and the animation pretty much felt the same from the last season. um so all the people complaining online about the end, I don't know what you're talking about. Feel free to point it out to me. But anyway, just me watching it from first glance, I did not notice anything. Maybe there was one scene where I questioned, but I was like, maybe y'all like getting into my head and I'm thinking too much about it. But the rest of the show was fine, bro. Like, calm down. The animation wasn't that bad. Wasn't bad at all. Like, it was fine. Like, it's how they animate the show. I don't know. Y'all are weird.